The title is recruitment. So I'll hand over to you, Toastmaster Muroga. Sorry, Muroga. Good luck.
Thanks a lot, Toastmasters 1000. Fellow Toastmasters, good afternoon. Today, I'd like to talk about recruitment. I work in a recruitment company, and we have many opportunities to think and discuss about recruitment process in general. I'm working in the finance division, so I'm not expert in interviewing or recruiting people, but it's something I genuinely enjoy and excited talking about. In an ideal scenario, if all automation and perfect matching is possible, recruitment is extremely easy. But in reality, in most cases, it doesn't go that smoothly. So we have to go through several interviews and find the right match between candidate and interviewer, discussing the conditions, and finally offer will be made and accepted. Or sometimes it's rejected and start the process all over again. Today, I'd like to talk about challenges I'm facing these days. First challenge I'd like to talk about is assessing candidates' commitment. I recently had very difficult experience when I had rejection 3 months after candidate accepted the offer. Let me repeat again. It was literally 3 months after, just right before the start date, candidate changed her mind and decided not to join the company. She was supposed to join our company after giving 1 month's notice to her current employer, but she was keep postponing her start date 1 month, 2 months, saying that handover is taking time. When she postponed the start date, I was just optimistically thinking, she was probably just wants to do handover properly, and I wanted to respect her thoughts on that. However, at the end of the what happened was she got promotion in her current company after submitting the resignation letter and decided to stay there. She said, "I'm really, really sorry, Tamae-san. I wanted to be responsible, didn't want to leave my current colleagues." But when I heard the news, I was really shocked and upset. And in my mind, I was thinking what I'm going to do. I was just didn't think this would happen to me. And this position was to replace another manager who was leaving. I was really stressed about workload that I and my peers have to cover until we find the right another candidate. And I was also very stressed about telling to the team that we will not have manager for some time. If I look back, the reason it happened was I wasn't able to assess candidates' commitment properly at the interview. But it's extremely difficult hard to assess commitment, as every candidate pretty much look very motivated at the interview. One thing I felt these days that since almost all interviews are conducted using online tools, so candidate is less emotionally attached to the position or the company until they actually join the company. They don't really come into the office or meet people beforehand, and it could be one thing that one of the reasons that people could have less engagement. Learning from my experience, I felt that I should have done approach differently. I should have done at least one interview face to face, and rather than optimistically thinking or waiting candidates to start, I should have done lunch or coffee catch up or for touch base purpose in order to hold new starters' hand until the actual start date. I don't have candidate that I can offer at the moment, but I will make sure to do that and for the next time I can offer someone. Next challenge I like to talk about is shortage of candidate. In Japan, we have limited work resources, especially bilingual candidates. Statistics says usually there are multiple vacancies available for just one position. Therefore, multiple candidates vacancies available for just one candidate. Therefore, it's often competitive to find a candidate to interview. In my mind, it's important to make the position look attractive as much as possible for candidate as at the interview, while we are interviewing and selecting the candidate, they are also assessing if it's the right place to work. Therefore, I try to keep that in my mind that it's really important to make the job and position and the work environment as attractive as much as possible in order to attract the candidate. Lastly, as our final point for my speech, let me come back to why I like recruitment. For me, recruitment is purely nice opportunity to meet new people who have similar interests. Despite all the automation and innovation we have, recruitment is something that still has human connection. In the future, even if all the selection process or the matching process be automated and don't need recruitment company to be in between, there will be still some manual aspects remain when it comes to meeting new people and decision making. I wish you all the best for your future recruitment and for your future new encounter in your life. Thank you very much for listening. That's the end of my speech.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tamara Muroga. It was a great speech. I had several experience using recruiters when I changed my jobs, and I got really great support from them. So I'm very appreciative of that work they've been doing. So okay, so let's take a 1 minute silence for comments. Muroga-san's speech. So could you time 1 minute?